I mean, I always say that my fulfillment comes in the completion of things, you know? So, I never really put stuff out and then like, look to like the comments and shit for fulfillment. It's kind of like, I never really did that. I think that's probably why I'm able to read comments. I could read them all day. They don't bother me at all. Some artists can't do that. But yeah, my fulfillment comes in, it's the feeling I get knowing that it's complete and working to that place, getting to that place and really feeling like, all right, boom, there it is. That's fulfillment for me. You know what I mean? Like that's all the fulfillment I need. That feeling is like golden because it takes so long to achieve it. So, once I give it to the people, it's theirs. You know what I mean? Like they don't give it back to you. Like, here, you want to make some fixes? You know what I'm saying? Like you got one shot to kind of like get it done. You know what I mean? So I find fulfillment in that. And it was like a 2-part high. This one, it was completing it. It was producing it. And then, for some reason, mixing was way different because I'm always involved in the mixes in all my albums. But because I did the beats, it was just different. It was different. So it was like a different fulfillment after the mix. You know what I'm saying? Usually, if I want to get a little emotional, then I know I'm somewhere near there. You know what I mean? Like it should hit you somewhere. You know what I mean? You should feel it. Like when it's done. It should feel like a burden off your shoulders and you should feel a little bit emotional. Unless it's like a mixtape or something. But Book of Ryan, I was emotional because it was like, that shit was like draining just to do. You know what I mean? Like just constantly, like it was a couple concepts that I approached 3 and 4 times, like 3 and 4 different ways. I was rewriting shit like 8 to 10 times. It just being real nitpicky about it. You know what I mean? So with this one, like I said, since I produced it, I got like double the fulfillment out of it. And that was it. Just completion. Man, I'll produce for pretty much anybody as long as they're good. You know, like I haven't gotten to that point where I start constructing a list in my head because I'm confident. I'm confident when I do everything that I do, but just with the beats, it hasn't really like dawned on me. Like Black Thought asked me for some beats, and I was just like, "What are you talking about?" He was just like, "Yo, some of the vibes you was playing on Instagram, I fuck with those. Send me some." And it was like I was kind of didn't know what he was talking about at first, and I was like, "Oh, he asking me for beats." You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, shit. I didn't think I was to that point yet. So I mean, you know. It's a pretty open door policy that I have. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm down to work with pretty much whoever. I haven't really thought about anybody yet. You know what I mean? But shit, we'll have to see. I don't know how deep into it I want to go. Just on the production side, I did. Crooked Eyes Brothers. They all got a group called Family Business and shit. I produced their whole album. Before I did mine. Yeah, so that was fun. Not having to write no raps, I enjoyed that, man. I enjoyed not having to write raps. I did enjoy that. So that would be dope to do, just depending on who it is. Somebody, anybody who's setting out to do like an album, you know what I mean? Like, you know, doing an album, that's not everybody's thing. You know, everybody's not into that. Some people are just like, yo, I want to focus on singles, or I just want to do 8 songs real quick. You know what I mean? And to go back to what you were saying about the 22 songs, I didn't want it to be long like that, but that's what happens when I'm doing some shit and I don't start off knowing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like I ended up with 22 songs. If I set out to do 8, I could do 8. They just had to be the right 8. You know what I mean? Which would probably take me a very long time to come up with the right 8.